guys, I'm Andrea Lauren with Fit Addict Training. What I'm doing right now is I'm showing you basically how I prep my food. Typically, do I put it all on the kitchen table like this? No, but for video's sake, I'm going to do it like this, okay? So, the first thing I do is I print out my shopping list. If you look on the Fit Addict page, you'll see that I actually uploaded a shopping guide, a suggested shopping guide. It has different proteins, good fats, complex carbs, vegetables, fruits. Those are the things that you want to be consuming in order to have more energy, to feel good, to be able to lose weight, and just to rev up your metabolism, okay? You have to plan in order to stick to something like this. If you don't plan, you're not going to be able to stick to it. Because what are the chances of you driving, being starving, and being able to maybe, the chances of you being able to turn down temptation, it's pretty hard. So we have to plan ahead. So typically what I do is I'm like, okay, I have a very busy week. What am I going to get here? I pick out like 4 or 5 different proteins, 4 or 5 different fruits, 4 or 5 different veggies, 4 or 5 different fats. I kind of pick like 4 or 5 from each category. And then I try to put them together so that I have balanced meals and snacks throughout the whole day. Okay? So what I'm going to be making today is my breakfast. I'm going to make my breakfast ahead of time today. So what I decided is that I'm going to have some egg whites with some fruit, and then I'm going to put some pumpkin in it. I'm going to make a pumpkin bread is what I'm going to do. And that way I have a little bit from every different type of food group in order to keep my blood sugar nice and stable until I have my snack. Okay? So what I've done is, because I don't want to bore the crap out of you with me cracking an egg. I mean, you know how to crack an egg. Or you can buy the liquid egg whites too. So I cracked some eggs here. And I did enough for the whole week. So typically, for my serving, I like to have 4 egg whites. So yes, I did crack I did enough for 8 days. So yes, I did crack 32 egg whites. There we go. Cool. Egg whites. We have our protein. Perfect. So I'm going to just mark that down. I did the egg whites. Good. All right, next thing we're going to do, fruit. We want to have some fruit in the morning. Give us a little bit of sugar early in the morning. But we're going to mix it with everything else, so it's going to be released through our bloodstream and through our body slower. Nice and slow. If we just have the fruit by itself, we're going to be like, zinging all day. And then within like an hour, we're going to be starving again. We're going to be like, why? Because having a fruit by itself hits your blood sugar, hits your blood stream very fast, and then you crash. So you always kind of want to make sure you're going to have fruit with something else. Okay. So I'm going to put in 2 bananas, and I'm just going to use my hands. Seriously, guys, I am not like I rip stuff up like this. I really don't care. Okay. I'm going to mash this up like that. It's all good. Whatever. And then I'm going to put in 4 cups of cranberries. So, again, dump. I don't cut. It's not fancy. I'm very busy. Let's go. I'm that type of person, all right? I want to get it done with. Okay? I put tons of cinnamon in it. I don't measure it out. I'm just like, oh, I want some cinnamon. I'll probably put more cinnamon in once it's done cooking. Okay? I put about I put about a teaspoon of vanilla in. Okay? This I will measure out. Now what we need are something to hold it together. We need a complex carb. Complex carb is good. Don't be afraid of carbs. You gotta have complex carbs. Complex carbs are good because they keep you full so that you can get to the next meal, and you want to be able to think, okay? If you try not to eat any complex carbs, you're probably not going to be able to think very well, and you'll probably be a moody bitch or a jerk. So I'm going to do a cup, 1 1/3 cups of oats. Okay, so this I'll measure too, I guess. Doesn't have to be pretty. All right, there we go. 1 1/3. It's a third. There we go. 1 1/3. Perfect. Dude, that is so freaking easy. Okay. So for this recipe, you need 3 cups of pumpkin. Well, pumpkin puree, this container right here is 29 ounces. 1 cup is 8 ounces. 8 times 3 is 24. Dude, I just pour the whole thing in, all right? It's fine. If you're up just a little bit, it's not going to kill you. Okay. So, this is just 1, 2, 3. Get it done fast. I'm also going to put in a little bit of baking powder just so it will rise a little bit. And I'm just going to put a half a teaspoon, just a teeny bit. Cool. Cool beans. There we go. So, a couple choices. Number 1, if you don't like chunks, either use an electric mixer or put it in a food processor before you pour it in the pan. It's up to you. I make a mess typically. But for those of you who are meat freaks, feel free to just do it your way. And you know, honestly, this is good, it tastes good, it's healthy, it doesn't take long to make. And then you don't have to worry. When you prepare your foods ahead of time, you don't have to worry. You can think about the other shit in life and you don't have to worry about what am I going to eat, what am I going to eat, what am I going to eat, and then eat it, eat something that you maybe didn't want to eat, and then feel bad. I mean, honestly, it causes more stress to eat bad than it does to just freaking prepare. And if you have kids, get them to help you. I know it's kind of like messy sometimes, but shit, I don't even have kids and look how messy I am. I mean, come on. Who cares? You're going to have to clean up after yourself either way. Good. Stir it around a little bit. Okay. And then, voila! We have a pan here. So most probably we might need 2 pans, but I'm going to spray it with this non-stick spray here. Get it nice and good. I'm going to pour the mixture in. La la la. Make sure it's all nice and even. Awesome. We don't need 2 pans. Perfecto. You can scrape the bowl. Sprinkle the top with some cinnamon. The other thing you guys can do is you can put some stevia on it, okay? Stevia, right now, I prefer not to have it. Listen, stevia is derived from a leaf. It's an all-natural sweetener. You want to get the organic one because if you're getting stevia and it has maltodextrin or all the other oses and things like that, there's still a little bit of sugar in it. And not even that, but it can actually hurt your stomach and give you like bloating and things like that. If you look at a lot of the artificial sweeteners or the sugar alcohols, things like that, those freaking tear up your stomach. You feel like you're like 9 months pregnant. So I stay away from it because I can't deal when my stomach feels like that. All right, and there you go. So now you're going to bake it at 400. You want to make sure that the oven's at 400 degrees. And you're going to bake it for about, I would say 25 to 30 minutes. I would check on it after 20 just to make sure. You have breakfast for the whole week. Alright guys, so what I'm going to go over next is prepping. Prepping. So you want to make sure, if you take a look at that list, the guide that I gave you guys, I wrote on the last page, it says, you know, others or additional. And you want to make sure you have plastic baggies, Tupperware containers, aluminum foil, and you're going to have, you want to make sure you also always have like some emergency stuff on you in case you run in a situation where you would be tempted to possibly run through a fast food joint or something like that. So always have fruit, almonds, individual packets of almond butter. I always have tea on me. Starbucks, I love Starbucks, but man, that shit can get expensive. So I always have tea. I have this one, it's really good, cocoa mint. I have black tea, chai black tea. I have a sweet coconut Thai decaf. And then I have a vanilla caramel one that I love. Okay, I always have like a bunch of tea bags on me. And fruit, bananas, have half of a banana, it's a good serving. Carrot sticks, take a baggie and throw some carrot sticks. If you don't want to portion them out, don't. Take the bag of carrot sticks and just put them in your bag and bring them with you. Okay? Almonds. Take out like 10 to 15 almonds or something like that. Stick them in baggies. I stick them in baggies. I'll put like, let's say I need, typically people will have almonds like twice a day or something like that. Pre-bag them. Count them out real quick and put them in your cupboard. Have them easily accessible so you can throw them in your bag, or bag them up, throw them in your bag. Keep them on you at all times. Okay? Fruit. Grapes. Okay, 2 things. Number 1, if you want sweets at nighttime, frozen grapes are freaking awesome. Awesome. Portion out, I don't know, 3/4 a cup of grapes, and put them in individual baggies and freeze them. So that way you're not going, there's still sugar, you know, like grapes are sugar. So do you want to go overboard? No. But bring them with you. Package them up. Throw some fruit in your bag. It's all about preparing. You have to plan. You have to plan. You know, and the other thing is, I just want to like make a point here. Nobody's perfect. I'm far from perfect. You know, when I first came down here, I did really well for about a week. And then I was so happy to be back that I went into happy mode. And I went out a little bit too much. Next thing I know, I put on like 15 pounds. So I was like, oh, time to plan again. So I started planning again, and what happens? You take it right off, okay? You have to plan. It happens to all of us. We go up and down sometimes, but you got to plan, especially as you get older. Okay, so this is what I do. Look at, I'm talking to you guys. I could be like, Little John, Tom, Sarah, don't do that. And then you can like go ahead and make the baggies still. You can still do it. Have your kids help you do it. Seriously, give your kids one of these. It's a measuring cup. Give them some grapes that you rinsed off in a colander and have them put them in baggies for you. Holy shit. They will be like ecstatic. Number 1, to help you. And number 2, they'll eat the fruit. That's good. You're teaching them good habits, and they're helping you. You don't even have to prep. You have little workers. Whistle while you work. Okay? Awesome. Put some in the freezer. Put some in your baggie. No excuses. So friggin' easy. So friggin' easy. So I just made my snacks for the day, and I just made my breakfast, okay? What do you have left? Lunch and dinner. So for dinner, crock pot. Crock pot is the way to go. And my good friend Hope Comerford, blogger and fit addict, and she actually has her own website and her own, she's a published author, A Busy Mom Slow Cooker Adventures. It's her website, and she also has a great Facebook page, tons of recipes. She's going to be doing a video on prepping your dinner. So here you got your breakfast and snacks, okay? All you got left is lunch and dinner. Prepare. Prepare. You're going to save a ton of money. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to have energy. And then everything else seems to fall in place. All right, guys, so breakfast is done. There we go. We have a cranberry, pumpkin, banana, protein bread. And then all you're going to do is you're going to portion it out so that you have enough for 8 days, because that's how much it is, about 8 days worth. And you can either use these lovely plastic baggies here and put it in there. You can use the aluminum foil to wrap each individual piece up, or you can put it in Tupperware containers, whatever you're most comfortable with. And you're going to throw it in the fridge. Okay, you have your snacks over here. If you come over here, you can look in my freezer. I portioned out all my fruit. I have my vegetables. Everything's good. Okay, so you have breakfast and your snacks. They're all done. And the night before, you take your breakfast and your snacks and whatever you have for lunch, and you're going to have your dinner in the crock pot, and you friggin' make sure it's all together, and you can stick it in one of these awesome, I love this, 6-pack bags. Can you even see? It's dark as hell right there. All right, 6-pack bags. See? It's a big freaking backpack. You put all your meals in there, or get a smaller one. That's it, and it's done. Just do it, guys. Honestly, in the end, it's totally worth it. Food, we shouldn't even be worrying about that. That, like I said earlier, you got to worry about a lot of other things in life. During the week, have your stuff all planned out. That way it's just one less thing to worry about, and you'll save that money, and it's not hard to do. So those are just some of my tips of how I'm able to plan my food ahead of time. Like I said, you got to have those containers. Got to have the plastic baggies, have the fruit, have the stuff on you. Don't say you're in a rush. Don't say you're very busy. If you have time to like somebody's page on Facebook or watch a television show, you can make food. Maybe it's not your priority. That's cool. But if you're wanting to change something and you say you're too busy, I work 14 to 15 hours a day sometimes. I'm extremely busy. In and out of meetings online all day long, on the phone, helping other people. You take an hour and a half, you get your kids to help you, and prepare your food for the week. And just do it, and stop making the excuses. Otherwise, you're causing yourself more stress by trying to find reasons why you cannot do it. All right, guys, you got this. If you ever need any help or any tips or anything, keep watching out for our page. Feel free to email me at fitaddicttraining.com. And hey, stay addicted. Bye.